Hi, kindergarten friends. So, we've been writing a lot of how-to books. All last week, we've been writing how-to books. And I wrote my own how-to books. I wrote a how-to book about how to make a PB&J, and I wrote a how-to book on how to make a bowl of clay. I'm working on another how-to book right now that's a secret, and I'll play it for you guys another time, as long as you keep writing your how-to books for me. But anyway, today is going to be all about making our how-to books even easier to read. Because the whole point of making a how-to book is to have fun, but also so that other people can read from our books and learn from our books. So if I write a book but someone else can't really read it, then it's not going to be very easy for them to read and learn things. So today is all about editing our books so that they can be ready for other people to read. So I'm going to start with editing my two books, and then when you go off to independent write, private write during Writer's Workshop, if you finish editing your books, you can go on and write another how-to book and start a new book. But your first job is going to be to edit all the books you already have. So let's review our editing checklist so that we know what we need to do to get our pages ready for people to read. Let's see, it says 1, I can read my writing. Okay, so I know first I'm going to need to go back and read my books. I wrote a letter for each sound. Okay, so I'm going to need to make sure I wrote like the whole word, not just the first letter. It says I used the word wall. Okay, so that means your snap word cards at home, are you using them? Are you writing the words that you know in a snap the right way? So if I notice anything in here that I wrote wrong, I'm going to fix it. I put spaces between my words. Oh yeah, because if they're all squished together, no one's going to be able to read it. We have to put finger spaces. I use lowercase letters unless capitals are needed. So almost the whole sentence is lowercase. But just the very beginning of a sentence is uppercase. It says I wrote capital letters at the start of every sentence. Remember, a capital and an uppercase, that's the same thing. It just means a capital letter, uppercase letter. And it says I put a period at the end of every sentence, or a question mark or an exclamation point, depending how you want the person to read it. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to do step 1, which is I can read my writing. And while I'm reading it, I'm going to look out for all these other things. And if I see somewhere where I forgot spaces, or I forgot to write the whole word, or I wrote a snap word incorrectly, or I used lowercase or uppercase in the wrong place, or I forgot punctuation, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix it. I also want to remind you one more editing skill that's not on here. It's a top secret one. And that editing skill is something you learned in class already. And what it is that every syllable has to have one vowel. Every single syllable has one vowel. You already know that every word has to have one vowel. Like, you learned that a long, long time ago. But right before we got out of school, you learned every syllable has one vowel. So if, let's see, if Mabel, we clap it out, Mabel. How many vowels are in her name? 2, because there are 2 syllables in Mabel. What about alligator? Alligator. 4. There must be at least 4 vowels in alligator. So keep in mind how many syllables means how many vowels. So I'm going to go and read my books now. How to make a PB&J. How to make a PB&J. So far so good. How, that's good, to make a PB&J. Oh, and I remembered my E at the end for magic E makes the A say its name. I think the first page looks good. I did forget a label, so I'm going to write a label here. Write PB&J. It says you will need bread, jelly, PB, knife, plate. I think this looks good. I have one vowel for every syllable. Yeah, this looks good. I'm going to keep going. Step 1. Get 2 pieces two. Oh yeah, there's two vowels. Of bread out. Also get other items. Okay, I don't think I have enough vowels here. I better check. Other, other, other. So how many vowels do I need? I need two. Other. But I only have one. Remember, a vowel is A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. I only have an O. I know there needs to be another vowel in this word. Other. Now I have to figure out what vowel do I think it is and where does it go? Other. Trying to hear the vowels. Other. Er. Oh, I remember. So I'm pretending to be a kindergartner, right? I remember in class, Miss Sanborn said that sometimes at the end of a word, if you hear it's really er. I don't see anywhere else that this vowel could go, so I bet that's where it goes. So I'm going to squeeze in a little e. Now I have other. Yes. Correct amount of vowels. Let's keep going. Also get other items. Items. Uh-oh. That has two syllables. Items. 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 That's two. I only have one vowel. I only have an I. Items. Item. Where do I think the other vowel should go? Item. Items. I think there's something here. Let me try to figure out what it is. Items. Items. I think there's a right here. Items. Okay. Also get other items. Oh, I forgot a period. Let me put a period. Also get other items. Okay, I added in one vowel per syllable or more, so I'm good to go to the next page. Step 2. Put PB on both slices of bread. Then put jelly on one slice. Slices, slices. Two vowels. I, E. I think I'm good. I think this page is good because I have enough vowels. I have my period. My snap words are spelled the right way. I think this page is good to go. Let's go to the next page. Step 3. Put slices of bread together. Uh-oh. I didn't write together. I wrote together. I wrote together. That's not right. That's not right. Let's see. Let's clap it out. Together. Together. How many syllables is that? 3 syllables. Together. Together. So I need to have 3 vowels. I only have 1 so far. Together. Oh, I remember Miss Sanborn said is usually ER, so I'm going to write an E here. Together. So there's one more vowel somewhere. Together. Oh, here? Together. I think it's here. Together. Yes, together. 3 syllables, 3 vowels. But now I'm looking at it and it's hard to read because my E's look funny. So I'm gonna write it up here. Together. And I'm gonna cross this off. That way. It's easy to read. Put slices of bread together so PB and jelly are on the inside. Step 4. Eat it. Oh, I think I need a label here because it kind of just looks like a chocolate square, but it's supposed to be a PB and J. I'm gonna write PB and J. And this is me, so I'm gonna write me. I think it's so much easier to read now because I have enough vowels, because I wouldn't want someone to read this and say together. I want them to say together. So I fixed it up. Okay, let me go look at my chart to make sure I read it. I had 1 letter for each sound. My snap words were spelled right. I had spaces. I had capital and lowercase in the right place. I put a period and I fixed up my vowels. I think I'm good to go. Now, am I done? No, no, no. I have to go and edit my next book. I have to go and edit my next book. So this is what you're going to do here in a minute by yourself with your own books. So pay extra special attention so you know what to do. So I'm going to read my book again, and if I see anything that's missing, I'm going to add it in. I have to reread my book though. How to make a bowl of clay. So far so good. I have a lot of sounds. I have a vowel. Push all air bubbles out of clay. Oh, I forgot a punctuation. They don't know if they're supposed to scream it, push all the air bubbles out of clay, or if they're supposed to ask a question, push all the air bubbles out of clay, or if they're just supposed to say it, push all the air bubbles out of clay. And I want them to just say it, so I'm going to just put a period. Put clay ball on wheel. Well, wait, I wrote well, but I meant to write wheel. Put clay ball on wheel. Oh, this is a WH digraph for wit. Okay, let me just erase this all and try again. Wheel. Eel. E. That sounds like magic E, so maybe I'll just put an E at the end. Put clay ball on wheel. Better. And push it up and down. Oh, I forgot punctuation. I don't want them to scream. I'm just going to put a period. Put thumb into clay and shape into bowl. I'm adding a period. Pull sides of clay up. Period. I think the rest looks good. Take clay off wheel with a string. I'm adding a period. I forgot periods in this entire book. Good thing I'm editing it. Let it dry and then paint it. Period. Let it dry and then paint it. Let art teacher bake it. I want to put an exclamation here. So it's let it dry and then paint it. Let art teacher bake it. There, now it sounds exciting. You will need clay, pottery wheel, water, string, paint, oven, persistence power. Looks good. Oh, that was a lot of work to edit, but I'm so glad that I did, because otherwise, if people read my book, they might read some words wrong. They might say put clay ball on well and push, and then they get confused. So it's a really good thing I went back and edited my work. Today, your job is to go back to all the writing you've written since you've been home and put it all in one big stack, just like I did with my books. And your job is to go back and edit them with this checklist and make them way more easy to read by fixing things up. And then if you get done editing your work, you can move on and start writing a new book, a new how-to book. But number one job, edit. Number two job, go write some more books for how-to. And don't forget to send me videos of you reading and post them on Seesaw, because I would love, love, love to see you reading your book so I can learn how to do more things. Happy writing!